All right, here we are. Welcome, everyone. Dan
And
here
we're live.
with the
Cool.
Designer Show with Chief Experts, and I'm on with Renee Rabbit with Rabbit Design.
Hiya.
Renee, how you doing today?
All right.
Cool. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone. John is trying to join us. He's having password issues, and Robin is out sick today, so she's not feeling well.
Is Kevin still traveling?
I think he's back. He was in Italy, or where was he?
Spain.
Somewhere on the other side of the world. Well, he was sending some amazing pictures of places. Like, geez, very cool. Anyway, he was having a nice time. He was there with his whole family, so it was awesome. Anyway, welcome everyone, and today we're going to talk a little bit about business planning, or just at least get you thinking about it. Kind of a weird year this year. Usually, I have all these things laid out and plans I want to do, things I want to do. Kind of this year rolled into the year, and I haven't really done much yet. So, yeah, but the calendar will fill in quickly, as it usually does. We'll find ways to do that. Oh, John is showing up. John is here.
There's the man, Kenny Crocker. Hi. Kenny, I hope we're seeing you soon.
Yeah. Hey, Kenny, how are you? So anyway, yeah, so things are going well. It was nice to have a few weeks off during the holidays. I really didn't, my brain just kind of shut off. So did a few things, but nothing normal, nothing like the usual. Were you traveling, Renee? Weren't you on a trip somewhere?
Yeah, where did I just go? No, I didn't go too far. I just went to Tahoe.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, we had a little winter New Year's, so that's fun.
That's right. You're a big skier. Yep. Snowboarder or skier?
Both.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Just not at the same time. That'd be interesting to see.
Every year we see some new wacky things going on the hill. So they have like tricycles. I don't know what they're called, but they look like tricycle frames on skis, and they bring out skateboards that have like a single ski underneath it. Every year they get something.
Why not? John, how are you?
I'm hanging in there.
Good. Are you on that new computer or still on your old one?
I'm on the old one right now.
The old one, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. We're going to talk a little bit about business planning. We don't have anything super duper going on today. I just want to cover a couple of things real quick. Let me share my screen and let me get into that. And so let's go over here to Chief Experts for a second. On the 19th, we're going to do another designer show, and we're going to talk about plan reviews. We're going to do plan reviews. So one of the things that I'm setting up on our website, and I'll have a little video that shows how to do this, but you'll be able to submit your plans ahead of time. So whether you're going to submit a PDF or the whole plan, you could do that here. Answer a few questions, submit your plan, and it'll upload it to my Dropbox. So it's pretty cool. We just figured out how to do this in Dropbox, and it's really slick. So that'll be really helpful to get your plans, and then we'll take a look at them and see what we can do to help out on inner plan reviews. So we'll talk about chief things you're having problems with, as well as just, hey, tell me how you like this plan. What would you change? What would you do different? What would you add, remove? We'll talk about those kinds of things as well. And so that's kind of exciting. We did those last year a few times. We really had a good time with that. So we're going to do a little bit more of that this year. Just really kind of get into that sort of mindset. And if you guys have ideas on shows that we should do too, by all means, let us know. We're all ears here. So as hard as we try to think of new things, we're busy, just like you guys are. So, but if something flashes in your brain, send me a note, or send any of us a note so we can put it on our calendar. All right. I was just going to, well, let me get back to this. This is where we are now. There's a link below if you're viewing this on the website, there's a link here that takes you to the planning topics we're going to cover today. And it's actually taking you to the sales page for our summit, which is coming up here in the beginning of March. We still have space available. It's not a lot. So if you're interested at all, check this out. We'll maybe put together a little show here to talk about the summit too, because I know a lot of people have questions about what it's all about, what we do there. It's a big commitment in time and money, so we want to make sure that everybody's well informed about.
There's only a few rooms left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But half the people are coming back from the year before. So that tells you something right there, that they got a lot out of it and they want to come back and get even more. So that's really exciting because, we've gotten to know these people and we can really move forward with them now. So one of the things that we'll be doing this year, which we did last year as well, is talking about, here's a little bit of the agenda. Don't really have a full-blown agenda for the chief architect training yet. That's going to depend on who signs up, and we'll customize that. But one of the things we do every night at the summit is we talk about business. And as I'm putting this together, I'm thinking, this is a lot of the stuff we talked about with business planning and different things that we do as a business to create more revenue. So we're going to talk about some of these topics here in just a minute. But I just wanted to point this out that, we really got deep into some of these things, and it was really a lot of fun. I mean,
I'd like to interject on that.
Yeah.
After a full day of teaching class, and I don't feel like saying another word for the rest of the night,
right.
This ended up being a really enjoyable piece of the whole thing.
Didn't it though?
Yeah,
I thought it was
really good.
I thought it was invigorating.
Yeah. I was excited, probably why I stayed up all night every night. I was excited we did these segments.
You couldn't shut down.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went from about 7:30 to 9, and I think we could have gone to 10 or 11 easily on some of these topics. So anyway, it was fun. But we did cut it off so people could get some rest and do other things. So as far as the we've got 3 or 4 spaces left in the big house, and then some more spaces in the house right next door, which is actually really, really nice. So we do have room. And then if you want to join us and stay somewhere else, maybe you've got someone that lives nearby, or you have a hotel you want to get or something, you could do that as well. So check it out. And of course, the pricing is down here at the bottom. So we'd love to have you join us. And again, if you have questions, feel free to call.
We got our first sign up. Got our first sign up for 2025.
For 2025, huh?
Norman's coming.
Nice.
Well, that means we'll have to do it. I haven't decided yet. We'll just kind of take this one at a time. So, but yeah, that's awesome, Norman. We'll make sure we know that. Yeah.
Business goal number 1. I want to get some people, some brand ambassadors integrated into the summit. AMD, some of the fixtures and furnishings companies, just anyone we can get a hold of that might
sponsors. Yeah. So
there's a good one.
Yes, we'd love to do that. So, okay, enough of that for now. Let's go talk about business planning a little bit. So what I did is I set up those topics on our good old wheel. Remember the wheel? And I thought, well, let's just do it this way rather than have some formal presentation. This is just more about having conversation. And if you guys have ideas, things that you're doing, and actually one of the comments I would love to hear from you, have you done any planning for 2024? Do you do a formal plan or even an informal where you just write down some goals? I mean, in its simplest sense, just writing down some goals is business planning. The act of writing things down or typing them into a document of some form, it really makes a difference. It's something I've always found that if I write it down, it tends to come true more often than not. So if it's something I really want, so keep that in mind. But let's just go ahead and spin up the wheel and see what pops up here. There's a lot of topics here that we don't have time to get into everything. Marketing strategies. This is an absolute fun topic. I don't know if you guys like marketing or not, but I love marketing. I think it's a great topic. So what can you do? What can you do in your business to get more people happily involved in the services you offer? That's a way to think about marketing. All right. It's just like what we're doing right now is marketing. Okay. The designer show. We're trying to get you guys more educated and happily involved in things that we're doing. So So what are you guys doing? Let's talk a little bit about some of the things that I've seen out there that are successful as far as marketing.
Me personally, I have brand exposure, but I want to improve engagement. So,
yeah,
and that means I probably need to either just spend a lot of time engaging with people or figure out some method of doing that. So
yeah.
that's
You know,
part of it.
keeping in one of the things I get in, Renee and I were just commenting on this a little bit before the show that the job boards are not as full as they used to be. I've got a good friend who's a contractor that said he's getting 10, 12 resumes a day from contractors. And that's unheard of. Usually it's impossible to find good help. So there's something slowing down out there. Okay. And I think we have to be aware of that and be ready for that. So the first thing that you should do for your marketing, if you haven't done this, I can't say it, I can't emphasize this enough, is go back through your list of your good clients and contact them via email, via postcard, via letter, however you can do it. Get in touch with your past clients. They may have just forgot you're there. That happens. So if you don't do anything else, that would be one of the best marketing things I would recommend. The other thing is some of the more successful companies that I worked with over the years, they do like a monthly or quarterly newsletter. And I sign up for these all the time from my clients. And it's really cool to see. They send out a little just tips or reminders, things like that, it's a little work. It's not as hard as it used to be. Let's ask chat for my business.
Marketing ideas. Yeah.
There you go.
Also, the social market moves so quickly. Things get in and out of favor so quickly. So
Yeah.
I know that Instagram just started something called Threads. Threads is supposed to be something that takes on Twitter or similar to Twitter. I think LinkedIn goes in and out of being a really helpful market. I know that Pinterest is a particularly strong market that I'm not in at all. Like I don't post on Pinterest at all, and I should.
Yeah, don't use the word should. Should is kind of a big word. We should do a lot of things every day in our business, right? Coulda, shoulda, should. Pick out the one that you would enjoy doing the most or hate doing the least. Is the other way to look at it. If you're good with pictures from projects, you're good at sharing cool content, or just, Facebook is a good place. It's where a lot of I don't know, you'd have to do a little research on age groups. I haven't done that for a while. So it's like, I found Facebook to be pretty good. And there's really simple ways that you can market to local areas in Facebook and YouTube and on Google. So we've done some
one from Chad. I know he started like a blog campaign, and he's been having a lot of success with that. And that continuously indexes his site on Google, so that
is super important. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. You got to have a website. Okay, John, congratulations to you, by the way. You put together a really nice website.
He got one.
He does. See it. It's called Imagine
throw it
Drafting.
on the screen.
Before John goes, John, nice seeing you, but man, you got to go do an as-built. Does that mean that, John, you're going to go take and measure it and draw it on site? John's site is imaginedrafting.com, and it pops up.
All right, it pops up.
Beautiful picture. Imagine homes that inspire. I like that. That's really nice. There's John and Patty.
Nice.
All right.
And it's looking good.
It really is. You've got what you do. How can we help? It's a simple site, but it's excellent. It's got nice
great
pictures. Everybody's happy.
Catch the headline for that one. Go back up to the top for that one for coaching.
Imagine confidence. Yeah. Oh, we got to get you a better picture. That's kind of grainy.
All right. Play on that.
Yeah.
I like the logo too. That's cool. Man, logo and branding, so huge. You know, if that should be on your goal list, if you don't have that dialed in.
Yeah, yeah. Chad says, too much success? What? It's still going too well for you, Chad? But having a current...
He needs a blog tab. John, you need a blog tab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been thinking about that. One of the things that Patty just went through a marketing course from a guy that was putting a class together and wanted some people to sit in on it to give him feedback. But his big thing is telling stories. You know, telling stories about how you've helped, how you changed something, you know, that kind of thing.
Absolutely. Stories are imperative in marketing these days, in blog articles and things like that. I always try to do blog articles that help people when I do them, you know, make them educational as much as possible. And now with AI and things like that, you can write your article. That's what I recommend. Write your article first, then have AI check it and maybe reformat it for you or something like that. But don't just ask it, hey, can I just do something? You know, give it some, you know, give it the input and then take what it gives you and fix it up. I see John is he has a consultant that he likes to draw it on paper. Other people, I like to draw my as-built on site. We're going around in a lot of different ways here. But what I do is I sketch out a room and put dimensions on it, and then I go draw it. Sketch out a room, put dimensions, go draw it. So you know, I might end up with a whole bunch of sheets of paper. So I do keep a record of some of the things that I'm doing through those drawings. So just a little FYI for you. I got to draw it in chief anyway, so I might as well do it on site. Then I don't miss anything. Anyway, these two updates. So again, we're going to move on here in just a minute, but call your past clients, contact them, stay in touch with them. Website. What happens with Google if you put up a website and you don't do anything to it? Google says, you know, Google keeps looking, you know, they keep sending their bots out or whatever they do to check your site. And if they don't see anything new, they say, these guys aren't very relevant. They must not be doing much. So you keep dropping down in the search. But if you keep adding, keep educating, keep putting content on your site, Google will keep you ranked higher. And make sure you give Google the information you need to let them know where you're at and what you do. So just like John's doing here, what do you know, where is that? So in this day and age for design work, you don't necessarily need to be in any city or state because we have the internet. We can go anywhere. Nice house, John. Looks good. So cool. Awesome.
I record content, obviously, and
a little bit. Yeah, you've gotten good at doing a couple of videos every now and
then. I have. I get the transcription from that recording, and then I have a custom GPT. So that's a chat GPT that's been trained to do something a specific way. Yeah. I have a custom GPT that then summarizes the major points, not chapterize, but summarize it. And then that's easy to throw that into a blog with the video, because then it will still index, and you can even put the transcription hidden somewhere too, and that will index.
So, but yeah, no, you're killing it with that stuff. So keep relevant, keep busy, make marketing a priority, and have fun with it. I guess, you know, if you're hating doing it, then find someone that can help you. I've got a marketing person that I work with. I've been with her for 7 years now, and just like changed my life. I know she's helped the contractor Avocet Construction go from, you know, not a big company to a big company. So just through proper marketing and branding. All right, let's go back to our wheel. You guys got any other comments you want to add quick before I spin up the wheel?
No, we got nothing.
Nothing.
Blank stares.
Nothing. Oh shoot, I forgot. I forgot to take off that one. Hopefully it won't hit on marketing again. Vision crafting.
That's a new term to me.
Yeah. Well, since chat wrote this all for me, because I cheated and said,
so
hey,
you
give
don't
me
know
some
what
ideas.
Either.
Some ideas for the designer show. Let's see what it put down. Give me a second here. Let's hide that choice and go up to let's go back to this. And come on, Dan, hit the right tab.
If we're to take, take this back to phonetics and Greek origins, I suppose it's just crafting a vision.
Yeah.
for your company.
Define your vision and your mission.
Yeah.
Right? Guide your audience on crafting a clear vision and mission statement that outlines the purpose and goals of the business. And this is where it comes back to the beginning, what I was saying, set some goals. Take a look at who you like to do work for and write that down. A lot of us, huh?
It does sound like a Kevin term. That was funny.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, and then write some goals down on how you, why you like working with those people. It's called defining your avatar. Is a marketing term that you hear. Who is your favorite client type? Do you like working with older people, younger people, in between people, rich people, poor people, in between people, just to kind of define where do you like to do your projects? What kind of projects? I don't like to draw big houses because they take too much time and I just don't have that attention span. I've done it. I've done some really big ones. But yeah.
Last one took you what, 3 years?
It took me, that one in Texas took me we worked on that for 2.5 years.
Okay.
Because it was a design as you go project.
Yeah, I really like that approach.
I do too. It's really a nice way to do it.
It's very nice. I just saw a plan hit my desk that had 300 hours, and man, I haven't touched over 40 hours in so long. It'd be really nice to have 300 hours on a project.
Yeah, if again, if you're getting paid for it.
Yeah.
That's the other problem. Sometimes you get these big projects and they're not willing to pay you what you deserve to make on it. Because these big ones take a ton of time.
Let me give you a pointed question that I feel like would come up in our roundtable discussions at the summit, which is, what if I don't know my vision? What if I don't know my audience? How do I figure that out?
Well, if you're brand new to the industry, brand new to what you're doing, that's one set of questions versus if you've been doing this a while and, you've developed a reputation on what you do and who you do it for. Then it's just a matter of sitting down, go to a coffee shop and take your pen and paper or your laptop and just start asking yourself questions. And that'd be another good thing for chat. Type in, how can I, give me some ideas on how I can help define who I like working for. Ask chat some questions. It'll give you some thought points and then start writing.
And then in a local market, how do you find out, what's even paying in your own market, in your local jurisdiction? And then I think I interrupted John.
I was just going to say, or either chat or find another person to keep asking you questions.
Yeah.
We just went through that. We just went through that when we were designing our website and then a marketing plan afterwards. I don't know how to put into words who I want to work with, but keep asking questions and stuff and clarifying and that kind of thing helped a lot.
Take advantage of the technology we have now. Again, chat into Grammarly is another good one, where you can, something like this, where I have this long list of stuff here, I could say, hey, make that a lot shorter, and it'll reduce it by a lot. In fact, I did it like this, where I said, it gave me these ideas here. And then I said, nah, that's not quite what I was looking for. It was a different tab, actually. I said, make the list shorter. So it made it just 2 words for each item. Anyway, that's what I've used on the wheel. So take advantage of this technology. It's really awesome. And it will get you thinking. So it really boils down to, what are the questions you need to ask yourself, or talk to someone, call some of your past clients that you really have good relationships with, and say, hey, what did you like about my service? What did I do well? What did I do? What could I have done better? That'll get you thinking too about the types of clients you want to work with. So, but so that's a good one. The vision, that's all part of it. So what I asked Chad was, can you help me? Yeah. Well, this was the tab. I had 2 tabs here. Yeah, here's where the big list is, and then I had to make it smaller. Here I said, can you give me some tips to write a business plan? And if I have written formal business plans in the past, You start out with what's called an executive summary. Describe what you want to do. This could be done on one page. It doesn't have to be a whole book. Make it simple. Description of your company, market analysis, who you like to work for, organization, service, and products that you offer. This is a big one. We talked a lot about this at the summit last year, about the products on your shelf. Okay. Think of what you do as a store. All right. You don't just draw plans for people. You're doing a lot of different things. And we could actually do a whole show on that, I think, on the different things that you do from, in a simplest sense, you're measuring a building. That's a service. You're doing conceptual ideas. That's a service. You're doing more detailed ideas. That's a service. You're doing construction details as a service. You're doing 3D modeling. You're doing rendering. You might do terrain. There's all these different things that come up in the process of creating a plan that you can sell as separate products on your shelf of things to sell. So just keep that in mind. And again, if you don't like doing a certain thing, don't promote it. Just promote the things you really like to do. Like, I love doing complicated roofs. So I say, yeah, just look me up if you got a tough roof. Those are fun. Anyway, enough of that. How are we doing on time? Good.
Spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
Dan, you need to start saying your T's and D's better. You're freaking Chad out.
My what?
You're freaking Chad out. He thinks you're talking about him all the time.
Oh, okay.
We're going to call it Chad GPT when we see him now.
Yeah, Chad. I'll go chat with Chad. Portfolio creation. This is something that I keep thinking to myself.
That should be ongoing.
I should be posting my plans on my website. I don't do that at all. I don't even think about it.
Ongoing.
I should do that. I do a lot of cool projects. And you're right, Renee. It should be ongoing. Every time you do a project, post a picture of it.
I really like what Peter Brown showed us he was doing for a while.
Oh my God.
He was videoing what he did in the project and why he did what he did. I thought that was outstanding.
Oh my God. He was amazing.
That brings up a good a point for me. My contracts, I'm not always working direct to a homeowner. Sometimes I'm working to another contractor, and my contract stipulates that I get to share the work product and even say that I was a part of that. So
yeah,
that's built into my contract. If you've got a job with a homeowner, make sure you put that into your contract. Hey, we have an expectation that we're going to come do a photo shoot when we're done, and stipulate what the parameters for that. Get your work product documented so that you can use it in your portfolio and your ongoing portfolio.
Yeah. I used to have one I carried to the job site back when I was a contractor. I had tons of my project pictures in there. I had testimonials. I had my certificate insurance that I would share. I had a list of testimonials that I would give the potential clients. It really kicked butt for me. It was really nice. I think I even talked about it in one of our designer shows. And it was cool. Now we can do that all online. You don't have to carry a book. I know one company, this one Jolene's working with Avocet. They've taken a lot of their projects and they put them in a hardcover book. They've created a hardcover book. They bring the job. They don't give it to the client, but they bring that with. And of course, they have a link to their website that has lots of their projects on. But yeah, if you wanted to, if you're doing a lot of high-end stuff, you want a good marketing piece, go create one of those books with all your pictures. I forget some of the names. I could ask Chad, how do I go create a book? And that'd be a hell of a thing to leave with a client. Probably wouldn't be cheap, but if you're doing a lot of high-end stuff, that might be a way to go. So anyway.
I want to mention something. I see these on the design boards a lot, but the questions about people that were employees and they're off on their own now, trying to start their own design practice. And what do you do when you've got no media? And so there's a lot of questions about ethics and using AI to generate something that you didn't actually design. And there's, some hinge points there. But the thing that I love to mention to people is, cross tagging, cross promoting. That's that's a big market move. Like, I have no problem saying, hey, I hired Dan at Chief Experts and he does a job for me. And yeah, I'm going to say, hey, this is a work product of Rabbit Design and Chief Experts when I post it. Why? Because
Yeah.
it gets traffic to both of us.
Yeah.
It brings it back. So if you have a previous employer and now you're off on your own and you don't have access to the stuff that you worked on when you were employed, contact that employer. Say, hey, I'm off on my own. Let me tag your company and let me say I worked on this project and I'll post it on my own social channels.
Yeah, those are called backlinks. So the more backlinks you can get from other people to your website, especially people of authority, like if I could get Chief Architect to say, hey, Dan at Chief Experts is pretty cool, that'd be a hell of a backlink. That ain't going to happen though, but that would be a heck of a backlink. So anytime you can do that, yeah, you should. That's a really good comment. But anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of ways to create portfolios, pictures, descriptions, whatever you can do to help build, what is it called again? Know, like, and trust, I think it's called, where they get to know you, they get to like you, and now they trust you. So testimonials are a way to help build on that trust. Okay, pictures are a way to build on that, get to know you and what you do. Having a blog that you share lots of good information, again, shows that you're active and that you care and that you're, people will trust you. So
let me, can you scroll back up to that?
Yeah.
Include client testimonials. I feel like
Where
you
was
are,
that?
I don't
Oh,
know
right
if you've
Yep.
always been this way or not, but I am someone that would have trouble even initiating getting a client testimonial. I'm not, I have something in my mind that makes that feel uncomfortable for me. And what would you do about that? Like, what would you say to someone that feels uncomfortable reaching out to a client and feels like they're bugging them, feels like they're interrupting them, feels like they don't?
A really good thing you could do would be to do Google My Business. It's where if you set up a map, let's just look at this real quick. Let's see what comes up here. Design. Here we are. We're going to just search out you, Renee. Okay, Rabbit Design. Okay, so if I click on this, come on, supposed to bring up, should have brought up more information, but you've got 5-star reviews. This is what Google My Business is all about, is to get those reviews. Oh, you got more than 5. What's going on? Oh, no reviews. Oh no, these are just different websites.
Other companies, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, interesting. Oh, here it is. This is what I was looking for. I clicked on the word architectural designer.
Yeah.
So here's your reviews. Okay. So if you can't do it, like John, you should have Patty contact some of your past clients. Say, hey, would you go write a review?
I was just going to say that. That's exactly what we did.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I had Patty do that, and I was absolutely shocked how many people not only gave back a review, but it was a couple of paragraphs a lot of times, or
Nice.
it wasn't a Google review. I mean, they sent it back to us to put on our website. But and even people that I felt like I didn't do the best job for gave a great review.
Cool.
So
that's my daughter.
And the key for me, Renee, because I feel the same way you do about that, the key for me was having somebody else do it, namely my wife, Patty.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. But yeah, there are people you could hire to do that for you. And it's just send a nice note to the client, say, hey, I'd really like it. Appreciate it if you could do this. Just do a sentence or two. The more, this weighs heavy for your search engine stuff too. So,
and we also had another reason that we were doing it. It wasn't just to get the review. We were changing things up. So we were asking them for reviews to help us with that next step. So
that's part of your portfolio. All right. So that's testimonials. And that's a great way to get testimonials. And then you can take those testimonials and put them on your website.
Yeah, put a quote on your website.
Yeah. Anyway, good point. So whatever you can do, build, like, and trust. No like and trust. Michael Stone talks about that in his book, Markup and Profit. So if you have not ever gotten this book, if you don't do anything else this year and you're a contractor, or if you're a designer wanting to understand more about contractors, oh, interesting. Must have green. Oh, it's got green on the thing. It's doing my green screen on the. Get Michael's book. If you go to my website, if you go to the Chief Experts Academy and you go to the info and Dan recommends, Michael Stone is a good friend of mine. I've been recommending his stuff forever. Get this book, Markup and Profit, a Contractor's Guide. I think it's $40. It's the best read you'll have. It should be on every contractor's desk. You should be, if you're not following a lot of his stuff, you should do it. Then he's got some good stuff on sales too. So when it says revisited, I think he rewrote this here, I don't know, 6 years ago, 5 years ago, something like that. But I highly recommend it. Great book. Oh, 9 years ago already. He's been in the industry since the 80s. That's where I learned how to run my contracting business and actually make money doing remodeling. Actually made a living doing it. So it works. Anyhow, back to our wheel. We can do this all day. This is fun.
We only got 20 more minutes.
I know. Just talk faster. Tech integration. Well, what have we just been doing here? With my chat AI. Okay. I love chat. I mean, it's just a cool thing. It's just like you hear all these different things about, oh, it's going to take over the world, all that stuff. Well, yeah, probably. But in the meantime, we get to use it as a tool to improve what we're already doing. In fact, I can do a lot less. Normally, it would have taken me, an hour or two to come up with a list of things I wanted to put. This took me 2 minutes. And I said, that's first it gave me this list. And that wasn't what I wanted. So I said, redo it. And then it did better. And then I said, add a couple more things. Done. It gives me the talking points I need to communicate with you guys with exactly what I want to talk about. So
I wonder how it would change if you put in how to market to the right word, slowing market, or
it's called the prompt, John.
I know.
I know. I'm saying that for everybody's else benefit.
Right.
Whatever you could do to prompt chat with the right information to help you get the right information back is really important. I know, Renee, you're big into prompts. You've written a ton of them, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So take advantage of it. It's there. I mean, I'm on. I don't know if the Chat GTP 4 is free. I pay the $20 a month so I can do pictures and things like that. But I think Jet 3.5 is free, and basically the same
version is so worth it when you write your own GPT.
Yeah. I don't know if the 3.5 will do pictures though, will it? Where you can upload pictures and stuff?
I do not know off.
Let me look. Yeah, see, we lose the paperclip when I go to that. See, here I get the paperclip where I can upload a picture. I could upload a sketch of a kitchen, a room, and I say, hey, put a kitchen in with da-da-da-da-da, and it might shoot me some ideas. It works. It works.
So one of the comments.
So that's one piece of tech that everybody should be taking advantage of.
One of the comments that Norm made earlier on was that he wants to do less with the same result, and then he posted this. He says using GPT sounds like doing less and achieving the same.
Well, no, you're gonna spend less time getting better results, right, in my opinion. I think it's just smart business. Not like we're lazy or anything. It's just the technology is here to let you use it. I got other things I want to do, like maybe go for a bike ride or something, but anything I can do to share more good content with my clients, my people, I'm going to do it, man. It works. Anybody out there using Builder Trend or Co-Construct, or what's the Job Tread? Job Tread is a new one out there that's competing with Builder Trend pretty well, and it's a lot less money. That's some good technology that, if you're contracting, you should be doing that. And I think Job Tread might be even a good one to use if you're just doing design. I just say just doing design.
I was going to say.
I know. Yeah. Just doing design. The most important part of the job, you guys, the design. So I'm curious if anybody's using any of that kind of technology. And of course, there's all of our other technology that we use all day long anyway. Chief architects are technology. You ever envision Chief doing some AI, Renee?
I think most of what Chief could do is always going to be programmatically. I just don't think it's necessary, unless they could somehow do some AI-based material selections.
Yeah, that could be helpful. I got to believe they're working on something. I mean, those guys are not that dumb over there. They're pretty smart. So I'm sure they're digging into it to do whatever they can. There's,
I can't wait to see. So they're showing X16 at KBIS, and I can't wait to see if they release the space planning tools, updated space planning tools.
Oh yeah, there was some talk about that, wasn't there?
Yeah, they hired a new developer to work on him, and I know a couple of things that he implemented are very cool. So
what Renee is talking about, I'll show you real quick, is if you click on this and you go to toolbar configurations, you go to space planning, where you can take these different rooms and bring them onto your screen and create different rooms and things like that. And then you click a button to create the room and it turns it into a plan. Bam, just like that. So, and then I think you can turn it back and into boxes. Yeah.
So here's my thing is, you could work all day, all night to get AI to build you a 5 and 5, etc. But you're going to sit there and prompt it to death, as opposed to those space planning tools are so fast that they just had a little bit of improvement. So
yeah.
So we're talking about saving blocks to the library so that you can put prearranged like bedroom, bath, suite, and also breaking the boxes so that you can shape them. Right.
Yeah, that's the one reason I don't use a space planning tool, is because the box is a box. You can't do anything with it.
It does do that a little bit though when you create a room
overlap. You can overlap and it might figure it out.
Yeah.
Right. Your closet, it's going to cut out of a bedroom instead of making the bedroom cut out of the closet. That kind of thing.
I can't even do it at an angle. It's one way or the other. I'm trying to angle that box. I don't know why. That's really weird.
But for someone that's doing like stock plans, new construction, being able to save a bunch of these blocks together as a base, house to configure, man, forget AI. This is all programmatic. This is
it's part of the deal. So anyway, technology. So and add that to your business plan. What does your tech stack look like? What are the different programs you like to use? There's so many good things out there now.
I would say if people haven't gotten onto learning AI, that should be in your business plan for the next year, because it's just going to continue to improve.
Yeah, at some point, I got to imagine we'll probably do a class on that, just because we dig into it quite a bit. And
I posted one. Someone wanted kind of the old school style, like illustrated elevation. And they were asking if we could do that in Chief Architect. And I mean, I just took a Chief Architect vector line drawing and brought it into one of my programs and one of my AI things and produced something from there. And I mean, it's just, here, I'll see if I can share my screen real quick.
Yeah, go ahead and show what you got. Is that Adobe that you did? One of the Adobe products?
Stable Diffusion.
Oh, that's right. You talked about that.
So I took this vector drawing on the bottom and pumped it into Stable Diffusion and got that in like 2 minutes time.
Took you that long, huh? Jeez.
Yeah, and, it's got a couple little fixes to do, but that's fantastic.
So you Stable Diffusion put all the backing in, the background and the trees and everything, the terrain. Well, you had some terrain in there already, it looks like.
What are they thanking me for? What am I getting thanked for? You're welcome.
Doing that.
I don't know who said that.
Timeless Home Gallery. I haven't seen that logo before.
I don't know. I haven't either. Who's that?
Oh, well, welcome to the show.
Absolutely. And thank you. I'm hoping that means that you got the name of a program you can get out there and try to do what you want to do. So What was the name of that again?
This one was Stable Diffusion
Stable.
with Control Net. So
Okay.
you got to Google how to set that up. It's
Okay.
kind of complicated to set up, honestly.
Client relationships. You know, these damn clients. If it wasn't for clients, business would be really easy, right? Except they do kind of pay the bills, don't they?
Actually,
talk about that for a minute.
Kind of boring without clients. You'd have no fun at all.
I know. There'd be no controversy whatsoever. No, I love my clients.
Controversy. I mean, that's having clients is fun.
I know. I'm just kind of trying to be funny. I'm not doing a very good job. The client relationships. What are some of the ways you can build good client relationships? I'll go back to when I was contracting for a little bit. What's the number one thing you can do in a job that builds good client relationships?
Keep it clean.
Check in with them.
Boom. John's got it. Clean job site.
Oh, clean job. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. For remodeling contractors. Clean up the job site every day. Keep things organized and safe, and clients will love you forever. And they'll, that is one of the biggest marketing tools you can do. But, other things, keeping in touch with people. Again, we talked about that earlier. One of the things I used to do, and I'm thinking of doing this for design, is I would always give clients a sheet that listed all the things that was going to go wrong with their project. So I had headed these things off ahead of time. It was great for building relationships with clients. So anything you can do to get to know, like, and trust your clients again is what it gets down to that again. And, if they call you, respond. Oops. I don't know what's going on.
Is your dog trained to talk when you say respond?
No, that means someone's here. Stay in touch with your clients. Just let them know that you're there. If there's a delay, let them know. Just be good. Be a good human. And I know I'll be the first to admit that I don't always do that. I do the best I can, but sometimes the day's gone before I get everything done. You ever had an email that you know you're going to get to, and then 3 days later you go, oh yeah, there it is, way down on my list that I never got to?
I missed so many. There's my goal for 2024. I probably missed about 25 leads this year.
Yeah.
Just buried in my
inbox. I'll call, I'll get back to them after I finish this thing.
Yeah.
Then you get another 30 emails in the meantime. And, even when I set reminders because I know I want to get back to them, it's just like, even that doesn't always work. That was in Michael Stone's book, Markup and Profit. One of his cardinal rules is you will call back and respond to everybody that calls you within a certain amount of time. You pick the time. That's cardinal rule. He has 10 cardinal rules that you always have to follow.
You probably wouldn't say it's okay to call them back within a year, though.
Probably not. Yeah. I think it was 24 hours.
Yeah.
So, but anyway. So, yeah, I think we're all guilty of it. We all try to do our best, and just keep that in mind. So, one of the things I like to do to build client relationships, people email me stuff, and I just pick up the phone and call them, talk to them, say, hey, how you doing? And we have a little chat. I love doing that. It's just so much easier than writing an email sometimes. And, it's more personal. So it's a good way to build client relationships. So, all right, let's keep moving here. That was a fun one.
There's another ChatGPT tip for you. I talk to mine, and boy, does that help me structure what I want to say. When it's so different, I write so differently than what I, when I have to talk out the words that I'm expecting to say.
Yeah. Budgeting basics.
Budgeting basics.
By the way, guys, again, if you want to get to this list of things and get just a touch of information, just click that little link below the thing you're watching. Go to our Summit page. Did that on purpose. It's called marketing. What was that one we just had? What was the
budgeting basics?
Budgeting basics. Yeah, there it is. Number 4. Discuss creating a realistic budget, startup costs, running expenses, and forecasting revenue. Stone's got a lot of great stuff in here about budgeting for a contracting company. If you're doing a certain amount of business, what should your markup be? If you're projecting, you can do $1 million worth of remodeling. All right. Part of your budget needs to include, how much is it, how many leads would I need to get to produce those kind of jobs? Because my average job is 50,000. you're replacing a toilet these days. That's about what they would cover. Jeez. Anyway,
I have a plug. Can I give a plug?
Yeah, please.
So on my site, and if you scroll over to the professionals section here, it makes this funny little graphic. I added in automatic chief architect cabinet pricing system.
Mm-hmm.
And this prices the project as I go. Now, the people that have bought my plan template, they don't know this, but this is built into the plan template, and I have never showed anybody how to use it. So they don't know it exists there, but it does.
Okay.
And so when I'm designing, this is a cool trick. As I'm designing, I'm getting an idea of cost of the kitchen that I'm designing for.
Nice. How do you put the pricing in?
It's a really complicated set of macros.
Oh,
so and it'll sit there and it will it even tells you how it's figuring it out.
Cool.
It figures out how to cut a sheet of plywood. It figures out square foot price for doors.
We got to do some more shows together. Cool. I like it. Anyway, back to budgeting as far as your business goes. That's for budgeting a project, and that's a whole part of how you price jobs. Of course, you got to price jobs so you make a profit, so you can pay for your overhead. That's like basic number one. And that's one of the hardest things to do, isn't it? Doing an
budgeting
estimate.
your time would be a good thing.
Yeah, that's part of it. But yeah, budgeting or pricing your projects competitively for your business, not against the competition, for your business. So if your overhead is, $300,000 on your $1 million in sales, because you want to make a salary too, you have to budget that into the cost of a job. And that's where it gets tough. And it, you come up with a price and you go, you just have to learn to sell the price based on your business, not your competition. Again, Stone talks about that a lot.
When you talk about budgeting, I immediately think of, clients wanting to know price of things from the contractor so that you're designing within that budget.
That's a little bit different kind of budgeting that I'm talking about from business planning. Business planning, you want to know what if you're renting an office, if you have a showroom, what are your costs, what's your phone, what's your car, what's your insurance, all the different things that go into running your business. Now, it's like in my business, it's simple. I run out of my home. I don't have much overhead. In fact,
I'd be curious how many people tuning in work from an office versus working from home.
Yeah, it would be interesting to know. I guess it depends on your business. My second office is my coffee shop down the road. So it doesn't, I guess I probably can't really deduct the cost of going there than a coffee, but yeah, my overhead is low. I still have overhead. I mean, I still have expenses as a family, and I do marketing and I do sales and I do, I have a marketing person I work with. So yeah, I know what I have to do, but it's a difficult, running a remodeling company is tough, or building company, because you do have a lot of overhead and it's really hard to keep track of that.
And on site, look at Norman James. I remember those days. I used to do that. He's got to be design build, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, it's so important to get in touch with contractors. Sorry, I'm getting off topic, but just staying in constant contact with your contractors that you work with or for, or if you're a design build, obviously it's a different story.
Yeah.
I worked out of my van for 8 months this year.
Yeah, you did, didn't you? See, your overhead just went up on that too. It's not a van, John. That's your house. That's your second house, man.
That's right. Yeah.
Have you perfected the Chris Farley?
Chris Farley.
You're down by the swamp, but down by the river. Saturday Night Live skit with Chris Farley.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall it.
We gotta find that for him.
Yeah. Down by the river in my van. Anyway, price, budgeting. So budgeting is probably one of the toughest parts of business planning for remodelers. Designers, not so hard, because we don't have the overhead, unless you have employees and things like that. Of course, that's a whole different animal. But yeah, I mean, it gets back to that saying, you can measure what you manage. And if you measure, if you know what your overhead is going to be, at least you have a list of the different things, and you know you can do this much revenue. And one of the examples, I keep bringing up Michael's book because it's a really good book. He talks about a contractor wanting to go out and buy a new pickup truck versus maybe buying something used for a lot less money. And it's like, he's not against that. He's just saying, well, let's look at the numbers of what it would, how much more sales you'll have to do to support that pickup truck, or how much you'll have to raise your prices to support that pickup truck, because it's overhead. It's part of running your business. So it's just understanding your budget and what you're going to do there. All right, we got time for one more, I think. So let's spin it up and see what we come up with. I hope you guys are enjoying this. This is kind of fun. Market research. Market research. Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. I haven't done this. Well, I guess that's
almost tied into one of our earlier topics.
Marketing, yeah, it is.
Finding out what your audience even is looking at or clicking at, or what they're searching. And
yeah. Market research. You know, one of the things I used to do, and again, this is years ago when I was a contractor, I used to go down to the building department and look through, Minneapolis. When I worked a lot in Minneapolis here, they had, excuse me for a second. You could go look at all the permits that people were taking out. So you kind of see where all the work was happening and what kind of projects were being built. I don't know if you can do that today. Because most of the building departments, everything's digital. I'm not sure. You'd have to ask your building department. Great way to do it. Let's see. Can't spell here. How can I do some marketing research for my business? This is where a chat's so nice. You got someone to talk to. So surveys, persona. Yeah, I've done surveys in the past. I mean, I've been doing the same thing for so long. I do understand you guys pretty well. But the trends change, market trends, industry reports. I used to get a lot of information from mind blank. What do they call that when they count everybody? The
census.
Census. Yeah. You can log on to the government census and you can look up cities and income and housing values and, economy, what's going on in the area. So you'd have to spend a little time on the site digging it up. But I did that about 10 years ago, just looking for information. It was really fascinating, the information you can get out of that kind of thing.
I thought I saw something that said, website analytics. I do that. I go to, I use Squarespace. I know you use Kajabi. John, I'm not sure what you use, but Squarespace will show me what are people searching that find me.
Well, everybody that has a website will have Google Analytics. If you got to tie it to your site.
Well, you got to go set that up, though.
You do. You have to put a little piece of code on your website to make that work. But a lot of
Google people don't know that. You can almost do a segment on that.
yeah, actually, we probably could. And we have. I've done that with Jolene in the past. We did go over that last year. I think it was last year we did it.
Is that in one of your
courses? I think it is. Yeah. It's the one that I know we're just redoing some things on the site here.
Not to put you on the site, but if that didn't sell well, it should, because if that's something that pays for itself
let's see, it was this one it was that one.
Your lead generation.
Yeah, it was this one that we talked about, the Google marketing and stuff. It was it was a fun class. We had a lot of fun with this. But if you're interested in learning about that kind of stuff, you should check this out. So anyway, I think we were going to bundle these two together. If you wait a little bit, it'll get bundled together. But Google Analytics is really a big deal.
If you wait, you'll forget. So
that's true.
Well, send Dan an email if you want them bundled. It'll get him.
Yeah, send me an email and I'll give you a 2-for-1 deal. We have 2 of these courses here, and I'll just get you into both of them. Buy either one of them, and I'll make sure you're getting either into both of them. So we had the we had this one that we did last year, and I think the year before we did the digital marketing clarity, which was really another good session about doing marketing online. So both of them, but yeah, get either one of those. I'll give you both of them. I think I don't know if they're the same. Yeah, buy the one for $297. I'll throw in the one for $497. And give you a heck of a deal. All right.
So we're posting to the users of Chief Architect Group for the second time ever, and so
That's right.
Can we end on anything Chief related?
Yeah. What do you want?
I have no idea.
I have a question I was going to ask you guys when we were off. I'm doing a complicated terrain, and I've gotten to the point where if I put in one more retaining wall, it won't do the math.
I know that is such a tough one, and
I
I
have
know
ways
the
to work
project.
around it, but I just
I know the
if anybody
project.
had any ideas.
I know the project
Won't
you're
do the
talking
math.
about.
Yep.
It's super
look at it.
complicated.
As soon as I put the retaining wall in, it crashes. As soon as I take it out, it's back to where it's supposed to be.
Oh, it crashes the program?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't crash the program. It crashes the terrain. It won't calculate for the retaining walls.
You ever just try changing the triangle count on the terrain or changing the smoothing on it?
That's a good idea. I'll try that.
Yeah, that might be a good one. That is a complicated one. You'd have to, maybe we'll do a plan review on that next time. Yeah, that's one John and I both were working on. I did the terrain, and I gave it to him to put the roads and retaining walls in, and it's a toughie. It is a toughie.
It looks pretty now until I put
it's a big hill going all sorts of different crazy directions. Big hill, top of a mountain. So, all right. Yeah, by the way, you guys, go ahead and join our groups. If you go to Facebook, you can join Renee's site, or if you go to Chief Experts Academy on the homepage, we got down here a link where you can join our private Facebook group. So you can join that. And if you have questions, there's a lot of interaction going on there. And I know your Chief Users group, just search for Chief Architect User Groups on Facebook, and you'll find Renee's site. And you just took that over from the guy that started that. So
Derek Robertson, yeah.
It's a nice site. A lot of stuff going on there. And you're very active. You're a lot more active than I am on the site. But
yeah, I'm on there a lot. So
you are.
It's fun for me.
Yep. I still wonder when you sleep. If ever.
Yeah, squeeze it in there.
Yeah. All right, you guys. So
Norman brings up a good point, and this is on my agenda to get this done. Send that plan into Chief and ask them what they think.
Yeah. So to Chief Architect.
No, to Chief Experts.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Chief Architect.
Yes. Send that one to Chief Architect. See what they say. Yeah. Chief Experts already have been confounded with it. It is it shouldn't be that complicated. I've done super complicated terrains.
Right.
I haven't had those kinds of issues. So I don't know if something's just buggy in the software or what, but yeah, it's been a tough one.
I have had trouble. I've already remedied this. I've had trouble bringing in CAD DWG files and not redrawing them in Chief.
The contours.
Trying to use the lines that came in. That's caused me grief in the past.
It does. I don't recommend doing that. All right, you guys. Thanks for being here. I hope this was helpful. If you got any comments, please let us know. If you have questions about Summit, let us know. You know where we are. Just look us up. You guys take care and have a happy new year. Here we go, 2024. Let's go.
Oh, that's a good point. Wait. Let's pin this real quick, and then we'll go.
What's that?
I forgot about this, but it's in my calendar. A few more days to renew SSA before the price goes up.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
the 9th.
Going up $100.
Yeah.
Yep. From $595 to $695 for SSAs, and you can renew early. If yours isn't due for, I don't know how far out they'll go.
I did it through all of next year, so I won't have to.
I just renewed mine in December. I wonder if I could renew it again for another year and save $100. I'll have to look at that.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, but so whenever your renewal is up, if you renew it early, it just gets added to that year.
Yeah. It's
So
just
it's not like you're out
right.
anything. So if you want to save $100, go do it.
Yeah.
And you want to keep that thing going, or you'll really be in the crapper.
Yeah.
So, all right, you guys. See you next time. This is Dan, Renee, and John signing off. See you.
See ya.